History.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
On January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded in the sky only 73 seconds into flight off the coast of Florida.
Looks like a couple of the solid rocket boosters blew away from the side of the shuttle in an explosion.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction.
Americans watched in horror as 7 crew members perished, including history teacher Krista McAuliffe.
And anybody who has the satellite dish will be able to see the teacher teaching from space.
Later that day, President Ronald Reagan spoke from his heart as he addressed the nation.
The crew of the Space Shuttle Challenger honored us for the manner in which they lived their lives. We will never forget them, nor the last time we saw them this morning, as they prepared for their journey and waved goodbye and slipped the surly bonds of earth to touch the face of God.
For WICR, I'm Mike Demergis.
And we're back with WICR for Throwback Thursdays with Chelsea T and Daniela B. So we're going to talk about this in the segment. It's going to be called Celebrity Craze.
So Chris Brown ignores historical facts and claims Ebola is population control. That's pretty much what we're talking about here.
Oh my goodness.
So he tweeted and he said...
Ready for this one?
I don't know, but I think this Ebola epidemic is a form of population control. It's getting crazy.
Bleep out the word ish.
Yeah,
is getting crazy.
Getting crazy.
Bruh.
Like possible. But,
ish is getting crazy, bruh.
So, like, come on.
And then he wrote, and 3 minutes later, let me shut my black beep up.
So, I just don't understand what he was thinking, really, tweeting this. It's like, if he has any common sense, he should have known that he was going to get so much backlash after tweeting something like that.
Chris Brown. We talked about him a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I like him to a certain degree, but I don't think I would try to listen to him on his take on Ebola.
I feel like he's very dumb. Not gonna lie. It's everything. He doesn't think through any of his actions.
He has no filter.
Yeah.
No wonder why I like him, because we both don't have a filter. But I don't know. I just don't get... I don't know. That's what he said in his tweet. But I think that his tweets were very unintelligent, because he believes in the Illuminati. The Illuminati is basically the superiors in charge. They get to live, and all like the middle class and the lower class get to basically population control. And I don't know. I think he needs to read some articles, particularly the ones that he could actually read and that make sense to him, aka Elite Daily and Thought Catalog, and BuzzFeed, because he's writing all these unintelligent tweets. These 2 unintelligent tweets, let me correct myself. He needs to get a grip, and he needs to start listening to the news instead of rapping about ladies. He needs to read, because clearly he hasn't read before, because he violated Rihanna. So he needs to start reading a book, reading some articles, and get educated.
I can't
What do
see
you think?
that happening. But like, it'd be great. It'd be great if he could, be not...
He can get a grip.
Not uneducated about things, but
because
I don't really see that happening.
He would be a great man. As much as he has violated my girl Rihanna, because that's way back when. How appropriate is that? Way back when. If he read a book, if he read some articles, I don't think he would be doing this behavior, because he would know better. Clearly, he doesn't know better than to.
I think fame just gets to you, honestly. I mean, I'm not making an excuse for it. Like, I personally think that's why I don't like him, honestly, because I think that it's unreal that he did that to another human being, like whether it be Rihanna or just anyone. I think that fame does get to people. It gets in people's head, and I don't know if it makes them think that they're above the law, if it makes them think that they're better than the rules
Absolutely.
of society, or if they just get so stressed out and just lose it. Like, I don't know what it is, but we've seen it with so many different celebrities or
Yes.
famous athletes and all that, that it's just,
They don't have.
fame really isn't good for you. I don't think it is. I think it's people don't understand what they're getting into when they enter that world, and I don't think that anybody's ready. Like, nobody's ready for everything that comes along with it.
And especially with these comments, I just think and I'm looking at how many retweets he got. 40,541 retweets. Huh?
Half of them are probably people that just follow, that just every single thing he tweets, they retweet because they're obsessed with him, honestly.
That's crazy. I don't get the Chris Brown. Does he have a fan title? His fans have titles.
I have no idea.
But the Chris Brown fans are probably retweeting that, and they need to get a new fan. They need to follow someone else because they need a book. They need to read.
Yeah.
They need to follow Malala. She needs to learn a lesson or two from Malala and to stay educated, because these comments wouldn't have been said.
Oh yeah.
And probably I haven't read a lot of celebrity tweets recently, but they probably have said a few comments about the Ebola, but not as ridiculous as these.
Right.
Because they know better. Chris Brown, you need Jesus. All right, next topic. This is a cute one. Before we get to some scandalous news.
Oh yeah, Demi gets engaged to a 5-year-old. Why don't you explain that?
Oh my
It doesn't sound cute when I read the title.
Did you watch the video?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I was watching it last night because I saw this and I was like, we'll throw it in here. And I watched it for the first time last night. So Demi Lovato, she was performing on October 12th at the Demi World Tour. Demi saw a little boy in the audience who had like a little sign who said, I saw a picture of, she saw a picture who's like, I couldn't see the poster, but it was like a little engagement ring, and it was about him getting engaged to him, Demi, and his little 5-year-old. And then Demi stopped her song. This was on the video. Stopped her song and saw the little boy. She's like, "Oh, come here, little boy." She's like, because she saw the thing. She saw the poster. And she was like, I saw the picture, and it was online, and it was the cutest little boy. He had a poster. And the poster said, I have a ring for you, and I have to tell you something. So he brought her up in the middle of a song. She brought him up on stage, and she asked him his name. The little boy's name is Grant. And he had no idea, the little kid had no idea what was going on. So Demi was like, do you want to get engaged? And he was like, yeah. And he's like, in order for you to get engaged, you have to get down on one knee. And he had this like green little cute little ring, and she taught him how to get engaged. And I teared of cuteness because little
You tear.
I cry at everything, let's be real, and especially little cute things like this. Oh my God, how cute.
No, it's definitely adorable. And it's so, like, sweet, I feel.
She's such a sweet person. She's been through hell and back, this little Demi Lovato, being diagnosed with her disorder, punching people. We're talking about hitters today.
Yeah.
The real hitters today.
Hitters, honestly.
This segment should be called the hit and run.
Oh,
So we're talking about the hitters, and especially because she punched her dancer, and now she's redeeming herself, I believe. I think so.
yeah, no,
He's so cute, and
He is
the way
adorable.
that she did it, she stopped her whole concert.
I mean, and that's
little
just going
boy.
to be something that he's going to remember, like, forever. You know what I mean? It's just...
She made a 5-year-old's life.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
And then she kissed him on the cheek. She wore the ring throughout the whole concert. And they probably met each other backstage.
Yeah, she probably brought him backstage and, like, introduced him to her dancers and all
Those
that
dancers,
other stuff.
she didn't punch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
She didn't sucker punch those dancers. But she's been recently getting back together with Will Valderrama. So
Oh, really?
She's been on and off with him, too. Scandalous type things. But now he has some competition. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah. Grant's got it.
Grant's got it. Sorry, Wilmer Valderrama. You're so that 70s show. You're not now. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, this is the next topic we're going to talk about the hit segment.
The hit. Well, this isn't. He doesn't hit anyone.
He doesn't hit anyone, but he's out of this world. Daniela, keep going. Tell me about this.
So, Stephen Collins. I don't know if you guys remember who that is. Seventh Heaven. I was obsessed with Seventh Heaven.
I didn't watch.
I
didn't watch it.
Obsessed.
I did not
was
watch
so
it.
obsessed with that show. So the dad in Seventh Heaven. For those of you that did watch it, Chelsea.
So
not
I
you.
watched. Just Katie Holmes was on it, right?
You watched what?
Wasn't Katie Holmes on there? That was the wrong show. That was Dawson's Creek. Sorry.
I'm so bad with like names though, honestly. So I would.
That was
know.
Dawson's Creek.
But
sorry.
so he plays a pedophile priest in a short film, like Wicked short film. Like it's.
Oh,
like,
Danielle
only-
said Wicked.
We
need a
do
counter
that
of how many
every single time.
Every time she says Wicked.
I'm trying to control myself really here.
We should have like a
But
bell.
it's literally it's a 10-minute movie. And it's called Penance. So it was directed by Jeff Wolfe, and the co-stars is David Lyons as Thomas Walker, who's a man haunted by his personal demons and traumatic past.
Ooh.
So he's in the middle of like a pedophile scandal, and so
He is.
yeah, and so the victim, who was 13 years old at the time of the incident, reported the event that occurred on the summer
Of the 80s.
of 1983, and so
Yep.
they made a 10-minute movie about it, which sounds really weird.
That's-
I don't know how you can make a 10-minute movie, but I mean, if there's someone to do it, I guess Stephen Collins is the one to go for it.
It's true life. Some actors, because I used to be a child actress when I was little, not famous, clearly, but I used to take on roles that kind of resembled me, and this is no different, because don't celebrities take on acting gigs that they can relate to? And
Yeah.
Stephen Collins, his name? Stephen Collins sure can relate to this.
Yeah.
His dirty laundry is being aired. Like, if you knew he was famous way back when for Seventh Heaven, that was the 90s, right?
That, yeah.
90s show.
Nah.
90s?
Was it before that?
If anyone could let us know, that would be awesome. Shoot us a tweet, shoot us a text. But I think that was the 90s, because I remember watching bits and pieces of it.
I mean, I remember watching it, but I just don't know if it was, like, made before then, and then it was
Yeah.
just, like, rerun type thing. Because it went for a long time. There
Yeah.
were a lot of seasons.
And Stephen Collins was not a pedophile way back when. Well, he was. And if they knew he was famous during the 90s, then why did say it now? It's too little too late now. You know?
Well, he's playing it.
He's playing it.
Not.
He's playing it. He was. He was accused of being one now. Right? Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think his dirty laundry. I think cool, be an actor, take on a role. But if this is coming up now, then why wasn't it brought up when he was actually known? Because before you told me about Stephen Collins, I had no idea who he was.
Right.
So why bring up a controversy now? We'll try to ruin his name when you could have ruined it when he was actually famous.
Right.
So I don't know. I just think if it's in the past, let it stay in the past. Why bring it up?
Well, I mean, I think like closure to the.
Oh, closure. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. The victim is unknown too. She was 13 at the time though.
Right, but but just for her like state of mind, I feel she deserves closure, and
she does deserve closure.
I mean, if it actually happened, I mean, nobody will really know unless it's further investigated and they can actually like solve what actually happened. But if it did happen, then I think she has every right to bring it up whenever she wants, because most victims think that it's their fault.
Yeah, and it wasn't her fault. Clearly,
right.
It was the attacker's fault.
Right.
And now he's attacking that role in that 10-minute movie.
Yeah.
Penance.
Which is
full
ironic.
circle. that comes penance. Full circle at its full finest. I believe everything comes full circle, and this is just exemplifying that. All right. I hope Stephen Collins does well, but at the same time, I hope his little, thing you said.
Yeah.
Get some closure. The
victim
gets some closure.
Yeah.
But I think it's just irrelevant now because he is kind of irrelevant for now.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He's just a little bit irrelevant. And it should have been relevant back when.
Right.
We'll close off like that. But now Daniela is very excited to be talking about her favorite topic. And I'm talking about my favorite team today, too, because I'm repping them today. The Knowles. Whoop, whoop. So, Daniela, tell me about the Pats.
All right. So, Patriots-Jets game is tonight. I'm unreal excited. Like, I can't. Oh, my God. I can't verbalize how excited I am. Because I'm going. I'm literally after the show, I'm driving home. Like, I'm getting in my car. No, like, I'm not
You're going
kidding.
home?
I'm
You're going to the Pats game?
I'm going to the Pats game.
My God.
Yeah, I am so excited. My dad got me tickets. Me and Marissa, my roommate.
Former roommate.
My former roommate. Yeah, my
she
former.
Lives in East Chester now. East Chester rep.
But we sat, not like I live where she lives. She lives where I live. It's fine. But, So yeah, we're both going because she's a like wicked big Jets fan.
Wicked.
So
Counter 2 times today. 2 times.
so she's a huge Jets fan, and I'm a huge Patriots fan. It's always, when we used to live together, we, at any time that there was a Patriots Jets game, we would start screaming at each other. But so yeah,
No
we're
fighting,
going,
ladies.
and I'm so excited.
I'm so happy for you because Daniela is a little Boston broad, and she loves sports, and she loves her Boston teams so well, and her New England teams. So I'm very happy that you're going. So who are they versing?
What?
Who are they playing against tonight?
Jets.
They are playing against the Jets.
Yeah, that's why I'm
You got the
bringing.
ticket.
Yeah,
You got
that's
the
why we got the tickets.
There's a show on the WSCR called Roommate Rivalry, and shout out to them. And I think this is going to be a little roommate rivalry.
Yeah, just a little bit. We have been, in legit screaming matches. Like I'll be winning.
No fighting.
She'll start screaming at me like, I can't believe you guys are winning. I'm gonna throw all your stuff out the window.
Oh, that's aggressive.
And then it's just,
Marissa, I love you to death, but that was aggressive.
I mean, I come back with like, I'll throw you out the window. It's we get very
aggressive.
into the game, so it'll be interesting.
That is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, but my dad was so funny. My dad was like, I'm gonna get you guys seats in the visitors section just so that Marissa won't get killed. Because she's gonna be wearing Jets stuff, and I'm like, she honestly would probably oh god, she'd get drinks poured on her, and God knows what if she was in our section. So we're in the visitors section for her.
Aww.
Yeah.
Good friend. And speaking of sports and football, that was professional football. We're talking about my new favorite team. I haven't watched sports until we started recording this WICR segment, and I work at a place now where it's the home of the Florida State University Seminoles, and now I've been watching them like crazy.
Yeah,
and not just
awesome.
because I've been watching them like crazy, and I didn't have work this weekend, and when I wasn't at work, I sat down and watched the game.
I know,
they
you sent me a
versed
picture. It was great.
Syracuse, and oh my goodness, I love my Noles. I couldn't even tell you what went on, but all I know is that they got a touchdown the first 8 minutes, because I think I tweeted that, and I was just like, whoa, and I was going crazy because I went home this weekend. My mom's like, what are you screaming about? I was like, do you not see my shirt? Do you not see the TV? She's like, you've gone crazy.
I wish we had football here.
And that's why you should watch the Seminoles with me one day.
I do watch them a little bit because my friend goes to that school.
Oh,
yeah, I grew up swimming with her, and so like I always see her Snapchats, and I'll turn it on and watch, but I just, I wish we had football.
Me too.
I really wish we had football.
You should bandwagon FLORIDASTATE. Yeah, I'm actually becoming them now. This is sad. Go Gales.
Is it bad that it took me a minute to figure out what you were spelling? I was following it. I was like, all right, we've got an F. It's a slow morning. I really couldn't figure out what you were saying.
Daniela Beast needs coffee, so if you could, Demergis would kill us if we had some coffee down here. Yeah. No. But after the show is over, I think you need some coffee.
Yeah.
And I think on that note, we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back with we talked about the latest, and now we'll be talking about the 90s greatest when we come back. So we'll see you in a little bit.
WICR presents This Moment in History.